Hey everybody, it is your favorite neighborhood lawyer, Marquel Cade with Trademark Law, back with another free resource for you. Today, we're gonna talk about how to register your trademark in 5 simple steps. Step 1, of course, you wanna develop your mark. You wanna develop that logo. You wanna develop that phrase. You wanna develop that company name that you wanna protect and register. Now, really, this is kind of step 1A, but after you develop that mark, you wanna actually start using it. I have so many clients that come to me with an idea that they wanna trademark. And really, unless you're filing an intent to use, the USPTO wants you to be using that trademark in commerce before you actually try to register it. Step 2, you're gonna go to uspto.gov. That's where you're gonna find the trademark applications. Now, generally speaking, you're only gonna have 2 options for trademark applications, no matter what good or service you're registering a mark for. And the 2 options you have are the TEAS Plus option and the TEAS Standard option. Now, really, this is just a matter of semantics, as both applications will eventually ask you for the same information, but the TEAS Plus option is a little bit cheaper and has a lot more upfront filing requirements that you must abide by. The TEAS Standard option is a little bit more expensive, but has less upfront filing requirements for you as the applicant. You choose which option works best for you, but remember, if you don't abide by those upfront filing requirements asked for in the TEAS Plus application, you'll end up reverting to a standard application anyway. Consult with an IP lawyer about which application may be best for you. Step 3, and really this is kind of step 2A, but you're gonna wanna provide with your application a copy of you using your mark. This is why it's important for you to already be using that mark in commerce. The USPTO wants to make sure that you're actually using this mark. You're not reserving it for the future. You're not having some idea about maybe using it. You're actively using this mark and you're seeking protection from them on anybody that's trying to steal your brand's goodwill or the good fortune you've built by using these marks. Now, this specimen can be anything from a link to a good that you provide to a flyer advertising your services if you're a service provider. It's very loosely taken, and they just want to see an example of you using this mark in commerce and it being associated with your brand or your company name. Step 3, wait. It's a waiting game with the USPTO. Right now, their current backlogs are about a year out, so it takes about a year for them to actually get back to you and tell you that your mark is protected. No need to fret though. Once you file your application, it kind of backlogs to the date that you filed rather than the date that the application was accepted. So no worries, your mark will be protected while you're waiting. Step 4, and this is a sometimes step. You may have to respond to USPTO office action. Now, USPTO office action is just a fancy way of saying, hey, something's wrong with your mark. The United States Patent and Trademark Office noticed that this mark could be similar to another mark. It could be not descriptive. It could be too broad. It could be a moniker of a location or of a name that's not protectable. There's a number of reasons why they could choose to initiate office action on your mark, but rest assured, unless you have a serious problem with your mark, you're using a generic mark, or you haven't taken the time to actually develop your trademark, you should be able to respond to this and give them more insight into what you're using the mark for, how it's descriptive, how it may not be broad, how it may look similar to another mark but is different in this way. These are things that can help you with responding to USPTO office action. We'll have another video in the future on responding to specific things that the USPTO may say about your mark, but for now, this should be enough. Step 5, you'll hear back from the USPTO saying your mark has been registered. Congratulations, you're the new owner of a trademark. But don't forget, the job isn't done. Now that you have a mark, don't forget to protect it. You have to be the one to enforce it. You have to be the one monitoring and ensuring that no one is using your mark without your permission. The USPTO only provides registration of your mark. This means that if someone's out there using it, they aren't going to do anything about it. That's up to you and people like me. That's all, folks. Thank you for joining us today. This has been 5 steps on how to register your trademark. I hope it's been helpful. Once again, I am Marquel Cade of Trademark Law. Protect your brand, grow your business. Stay frosty, my friends. See you next time.